If you're looking to buy cheap Rocket League items, then check out today's sponsor, RL.Exchange. With a large selection of items, they'll have everything you'll want to customize your new look. They accept multiple payment options and support every platform. With fast delivery, you'll have your new items delivered to you in no time. Use code RLH at checkout for a 3% discount on your entire purchase.
Definio, pass to the side. Unfortunately, there's no teammate over there. Kru are just desperate to see anything else that isn't the blue side of the field. Kalir's reset! Defends! 1-0 Rule 1!
What a goal by Kalir's! The first goal on the main stage of the Spring Major by the young debutant.
Well, it looks like he might have been under pressure from a Kru player off the ball. It didn't amount to anything for Kru. Big mind game by Rawast and a solid 50-50 as well. Brings Kalir's into the game.
So sorry, buddy.
And another bump by Rawast. Well, he's just taken everyone out of the game and he's hardly moved in order to do it.
I think you can see the exact moment that Drops realized this was not going to work for him. Is leaving it in an open spot for Kru Esports, who are still in a good spot.
Yeah, this is fantastic for Kru. Not had many opportunities to get close and personal. This is the exact location they scored their first goal from.
Oh, what a pass! Drafinho drops it to Drops, and Kru tie the game.
That is incredible! Drop it down, and the namesake will turn it.
Now Rule 1 will be wishing they took those clear chances they had earlier on. Kalir's actually cheating to the mid boost there. It does not work in their favor. Rawast misses, and it's surely in. It is. Drafinho snipes the bottom corner.
Rule 1, you needed to speak to G1. They'll tell you, do not slip against Kru. They will be there. They will punish. Missing the ball was not an option for Rawast, but you can see everyone's holding back, and actually that might be a bad decision here. Kalir's gets the challenge. In goes Mostin. They've got two players jumping. Who's around to finish it? Drafinho couldn't do enough. Kru Esports got too defensive.
And I've got to say, I love that from Rule 1. Look how aggressively positioned they are. They know they're down. They don't have a lot of time.
As well that we've seen any defensive mistakes and many overcommits on the offense either when teams have got themselves into a good spot. It's been both difficult to break out and also difficult to give one up for free. Drops! Oh, no way! Oh, that's incredible!
Drops off the sidewall. Moves the backboard forward a couple of meters. Rule 1 did not expect us to be there. The A stream. Ground Zero trying to close out Karmine Corp for the B stream. Absolutely amazing scenes at the Spring Major already. OCE showing up would turn this into a wide open fight. Kalir's makes it 3-1 for Rule 1. Looks like as Game 3 settled in to a bit of an even position, it's Kru who have been a bit careless indeed.
Being read every single time. They're being a little bit careless. Not controlling the ball. Now we go off the side. Drafinho unchallenged. That's in. And we still have a game on our hands.
Drafinho up so quickly. There's so much pressure on the Rule 1 defense. Notice as well, Drops to the very fast assist into the corner wall. To the intelligent way to...
Well, it's either series done or Champions Field. Next goal could tell it. Off the ceiling, Mostin did get bumped a little bit. Kalir's top corner again! He can't find anywhere else!
And the frustration once again from Kru. Drops clear, goes absolutely nowhere. Brad expected a shot towards the other goal. 25 seconds remaining. Kru need possession.
And Kru Esports will know that's been the mistake. Oh, really of all ways! What? Brad off the kickoff, and I hand you over to our kickoff expert.
Oh, you don't need to be an expert to see where that one went wrong. Rawast cheated a bit slowly, but Kalir's was
with a shot now. Mostin puts the back corner, straight back across the box, but third man can't commit there. That's too dangerous. Kalir's with a free dribble the other way. Rawast up quickly for it. Brad has to read this.
Oh! He does not read it, and that's the game. That's the series. It took a while, but Rule 1 get the job done.
Took an extra game on top. But Rule 1 have got the job finished. They move on in the upper bracket, and for Kru Esports, the long trek now awaits them.
In Rocket League history, and apparently, Jack. And that's for Team BDS, Seiko. He is the player that they're relying on to bring them that creativity, because in this new era, they can't just rotate their way to a World Championship. Gen.G are reading Team BDS, and it's 2-0.
And it's another long-range goal. Seiko was trying to go for it, but then you see everyone crept up too far. Rhythm, they have not been on an RLCS land stage since winning it all last season. So now they're gonna have to get back into it. It is game one. There's still plenty of time for them. But we're seeing a strong start from Gen.G, and you can see the look on Monkey Moon's face that physically pained him when Chronic scored.
It all happened so quickly for Team BDS.
He said in his interview that we saw prior to this game that he likes to let his game do the talking, and he has been running up the numbers in Europe. He has been on top of the charts multiple splits in a row, but now we see Gen.G answer back in game two.
Yeah, and it was Chronic who gets the finish in the end. Chronic himself is the lowest demoer across anyone who's made it here. 0.5 a game.
Gets them back in it.
And Nolly is actually the lead demoer as well for Gen.G. So you do expect plays like that. Nolly also known for his passing that time, going for the goal himself. And apparently Jack picks up the scraps.
I'd say that this game sums up Gen.G's split and their time since they won the full major. It starts off slow,
Power and
suddenly
SSG. So the OCE team's running very well despite that reverse sweep earlier on by Karmine Corp. Taking games in scrims against teams like Vitality and now taking games to the biggest stage as the flick reset comes in. Monkey Moon bundles it home and Team BDS restore their lead.
And this is what Seiko does best. He gets in there, utilizes his mechanics to really make it awkward. And you can see all three players from Gen.G.
They're going to be that precise, perfect pass that Gen.G always just seem to be building up, or a Team BDS going to keep on closing them.
Now we see some space for Nolly. There's the pass. Nolly can't make contact, but the cleanup is there. Gen.G strike first, game three.
Nolly just being an absolute menace, taking out Rise of his demo, and then there was another demo in the background as well.
But he makes that difference.
Here's Seiko though, wants to just prod this one down, but Nolly, he clears it to the side. Monkey Moon's coming into the ceiling. As Rise in the center picks him out, how's his finish? It's good enough, and it's 1-1.
Oh, and this is just another gorgeous passing play. Look at Monkey Moon, finesse, goes to the ceiling, gets the pass back down. Taking the corner boost, Gen.G now back on the attack. And that's not the best touch from Seiko, but gets bailed out from Rise.
Yeah, Team BDS just need to keep their patience at the moment because Gen.G are putting the ball into awkward positions. They're putting it out wide. There was nothing patient there. It's 2-0 Gen.G.
And I mean, Monkey Moon, his face is just showing the emotions that he's feeling right now. That messes up the other team's game plan.
Yeah, Seiko's been a little bit quiet this series, not done too much mechanically, but if he could be getting these bumps and demos just to affect Gen.G, then it'll work just as well. BDS have done well.
And it just took a few seconds and BDS tied things up. And look at the play from Monkey Moon. The miss got to win this game if they want to force game 5. Otherwise, they will have a long lower bracket journey ahead of them. Team BDS stepping foot on land once more, hoping to have a nice one. And there's another goal. Monkey Moon, where was the defense?
I'm not sure. I mean, maybe it was a poor touch from Chronic to the center. Maybe they just weren't on the same line. Either way, as a team, away so fast, they need themselves a goal. Nolly, he just shoves it forward. Apparently Jack's arriving. Seiko with the good save. Now Monkey Moon outright to the left. The time is disappearing. Chronic does keep it up.
Chronic sees Jack over on the sidewall. Back to the middle, Nolly has to go. Out of boost, Nolly will do a light touch to Jack. Monkey Moon of his own backboard. Jack boosted up, but doesn't get there in time. Team BDS back on land, claim their first victory.
I mean, it was at times a nervous performance, but they got over the finish line. They did what had to be done.
Feeling about it, there's a huge whiff coming out. Kaka gets beat out by Exotic. And, well, Ground Zero have had 2 big chances early. K-Corp, none. Fiber off the wall. He's going for the redirect on there. Follow-up. It's going to be Ground Zero. It's going to be that man Super Lucky, the OCE MVP, opening it up here. And this offense has just been relentless in the first minute.
They start off that goal.
I thought for a second there, he's just going to be able to run it down the whole way. Ground Zero, as we said, they're scrambling right now. It's not pretty in defense, but they're finding a way out. K-Corp getting desperate. Lockie got the corner boost. He's got the 100. He's going for the bumps. Kaka with the redirect. GC on match point.
Match point after 2 as well. Ground Zero, the verge of history. In the first series that we are playing.
Ground Zero, they were able to bring it back to the overtime win.
for Karmine Corp. What a brilliant turnaround from them so far. They need to have that confidence opening goal. Vatira over the top of the 1, over the top of 2. Karmine Corp, they begin their romp to a Game 3 win.
Superlocky's just been looking a little bit awkward the past minute here, and again, putting Fiber in an awkward spot. No follow-up from Kaka, third man
Round
either.
0, they need to get back into their sheer offensive play. Make sure that you are pushing K-Corp, and the space that they want, they do not have.
Yeah, it felt like, again, here's another open net right off the bat. 19 seconds into Game 4, and Superlocky just getting caught out.
That turn from Exotic is genius. Fakes away from the ball, draws in one player to come in towards him, then quickly spins to the handbrake.
50-50, Superlocky keeps it out. Kaka just clears in and said, boys, what are we doing? It's actually almost just walking around the defense whilst not doing anything. Exotic again, shot on net, goes wide, follow-up, does it all himself. K-Corp, I said it last game, Stumpy, they're just dismantling Ground Zero right now.
Solo play at the purest. Fiber with 0 block and shut down those dreams. A 1-goal lead is still a scary spot for Karmine Corp to be in because it is not guaranteed whatsoever. Lucky though, completely leaving that ball and his team's in complete turmoil. Exotic to shoot, top corner. Hand on heads here from casters. And it's just leave the ball and you can see the goal.
The Ground Zero playing so slow, but K-Corp are
Maybe
dominating.
they lose the series. Instead, Karmine Corp, they fought back, they get dominant wins. Congratulations, Karmine Corp. You do not throw it away early. Yeah. Exotic going for a very zen-based goal there from what we saw previously in one of the European regionals. I'm so impressed with what we saw from the boys in blue. And the blue wall, the bricks all remain in place. Ground Zero, lads. Back to the drawing board, and all you need to look at is those first.
I'm interested to see if LJ can continue that form that he's shown online in the spring split.
And isn't that crazy that they only just brought on Hoxer, then they immediately get the first seed? That's bonkers, and that goal finds itself equally as crazy. LJ manages to sneak one away as he rotates out. Arsenal with a completely failed flick, but then into a demo wave dash. Open net,
that's
LJ
going to be in net. Poor touch. Torsos has to preach up. Arsenal throws it underneath, but Torsos keeps it in, gets it out of net. Hoxer right there getting to work.
Torsos in such an awkward position, can't save that second shot coming in from Arsenal. The play around that final 3 men, it was almost like a battle of attrition, making sure that just burn their boost. But a brilliant workaround from him, and Power, they get an early response.
Yeah, the kickoffs have been phenomenal so far from Power as well. I know they've been working on it. Coach Jimmer, it's an open net. Fever gets the pre-flip for some style points, but Power extend their lead. That's 2 goals now.
You know what? I love a shot that looks simple, but the fact that Fever's had to jump.
Online from him and why they're so threatening at all angles. Even when they're in defense, it feels like they can get out. A double commit there. Torsos helping out Fever, getting bumped. He's got no boost. Amphis has to make a touch. He's been bumped. It's got to be open. And Space Station open it up in Game 3.
A beautiful bump for the rookie. Finds itself on a defender from Power. He also takes that first touch. A lateral bump too. Much harder to breakdown of how Power have managing to win every single kickoff too. Because it's something that I think a lot of teams just don't really care about, but it's made sure that Space Station haven't just run away with a couple of these goals. Hox with one reset. My word, over the top. A brilliant play as Power utterly shut down.
Yeah, the bump, the impending bump actually secured the goal there because
we're able to back down towards LJ. Torsos with a low 50. Really starting to play that game a lot better now, taking their inspiration from their kickoffs, and those 50s going the way of Power more and more often. That's an awkward touch though, and it falls to Arsenal. The speed beats out Power's defense.
The pure threat of LJ was huge, and the dunk, it wasn't even a dunk, it was just Amphis leaning back, but Space Station just ready to overcommit. A great beat. Amphis pushing downfield, going for a bump, going for another bump. Torsos tries to get the touch. LJ helping Arsenal out, and now Fever has to track back. It's Arsenal, it's Fever, it's all Arsenal, he's doing it all himself, and Space Station take the lead.
It's all Arsenal, baby! From the midfield, he collects the ball, one flick, and then the second to touch it in. Amphis!
But Space Station have all the answers.
Touching for the sake of touching the ball is not going to get you a goal, and Hoxer finds Arsenal, finds the net. Another chance, 3 seconds. Final opportunity, Power to stay alive. Torsos is up. Torsos shoots! The pre-jump is not enough. Space Station Gaming take down OCE.
Such a strong performance.
That's already a sign of how Vitality are going to play this. You're up against a team that you're massively favored against, a region who have yet to get a game at international events this season. And how are you playing it? to win. Zen with the flip reset. And there's a shot as well. And the dunk on the goal line. I don't think too many people had questions about this particular matchup. But just in case, Zen's got an answer.
Okay, yeah, he can play on land. There's the hope he's gone.
An incredibly tough bracket to be drawn into. Elevate have evened out this match though. Now they're getting some pretty consistent looks at the Vitality goal. Virtuoso with a demo. Zen 1v1 with Kami. That's not a position you want to be in. Zen with a top bins flick. Makes it 3-0.
I'm sorry, you can flick with that much power? That is new information to me. Kami looks towards Realize and say, why did you miss? Why did you put me in that? Well, you know, get the jump gone. If you fail this, you are out of the play for a while. As Zen going to try and find himself a hat trick. It's not going to happen this time around. 3-0, Vitality have been relatively comfortable. And now they're putting Elevate to sleep.
That is a very good play by Alpha. Oh my goodness, he got bumped into the ceiling recovery. No big deal. That actually
list of like most talented players with the fewest accomplishments to his name.
Yeah.
If there's ever a chance for that to change.
And yeah, he's also, you know, top 2 individual player in Vitality on Virtual. So mind games in the what a play by Vert with a low 50 to tie the game. He just saw the chance down the line, Realize finds him. Look at that mind game by Virtuoso. Got Alpha to pre-jump and then power.
Oh, dearie me! Virtuoso out to Realize and Zen takes it out.
What is happening, Shogun? There's been about a million chances.
Go on!
Another one.
Go on! Yes!
What a goal for Realize! APAC on the board, Vitality in absolute shambles. What a shot by Realize. Beats his man.
Feels like Alpha and Radosin perform best when they have dance partners on the opposite side of the field that are willing to play at that pace. It's coming. Oh, it was the worst possible bounce for him. And then comes Realize. It's in! There's no way! Oh, okay.
Wasn't the worst bounce. I think it might be the best bounce, Shogun. Virtuoso with a back pass ceiling double and Realize bounces it in.
All right, fair play, Radosin. Now Virtuoso call back in. He pops the ball up. Is anybody going to go? Absolutely not. Kami actually pre-jumps. And he has met, but Zen's taken on everybody. He's passed 2. There's number 3. And unfortunately, fairy tales don't exist when Zen is on the field.
Oh my, he just dunked on absolutely everyone. I think he even dunked on the post there at the end of it. He's still on this, but Realize correctly reads that he doesn't have control. Zen does have control though. Dispossessed by Virtuoso. Alpha, next up on the play, low reset, fakes it, Radosin finishes off the job. Brilliant mind game by Alpha to set up Radosin, and that is huge for Vitality because both of those players have looked nervous.
It was very brave of him, but ended up being a bit too late. So on the Elevate side, yes, they lost the last one, but I think on the coaching side, if you were there, Johnny, don't change anything. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's kind of working. Oh, wait a minute, and there's Zen yet again. Okay, he's waking up.
I mean, there's been one consistent player on Vitality all day, and this is him. Zen is him. When his team needs...
I Realize also goes. Doesn't get a second bit of contact, so Kami's going to have to be tasked with either creating something or killing some time off. They already committed everybody. And yep, there's the reason why. 3 players sent, the ball only made it to the corner, and the recovery from Elevate was just a little bit too slow.
Yeah, it just kicked off a bit further than Realize was expecting, and Radosin was ready for it. It's not going to be the impossible bracket that we expected for them. We've got, if this continues as it is, Complexity or Liquid up next, and a loser of Complexity. Hold on.
Oh wait. Okay, you can wait on knowing that.
Well, Realize actually just forces one through. They're all very surprised to see that happen, as there were multiple Vitality defenders. And just to dunk it past Radosin. Well played.
29 seconds.
Well against Vitality, who came out the gates swinging. It really shows that this is by far the best iteration of this roster we've seen. It's the same team that played at the Fall Major, lost 9 games straight. Now they've got their first game win. And
go on. Oh no.
And they almost get another one as they have a laugh to themselves at the end of the game there. I think a lesson learned for Vitality there, who, like Karmine Corp earlier today, may have looked...
Wants another stab at it, but quickly denied and pinched to the corner. Off the backboard, we've got Complexity standing tall on the defense.
I mean, watch these tendencies early. It's so many shots towards the backboard.
Oh, what a flick.
What a flick! And that's how Complexity gets started.
And there is the transition that I was talking about for Complexity. TRR flip reset. A Chronic could have challenged earlier, but he opted to get the boost in the midfield. Gave that space, waiting for a potential mistake. But here we go, you've got to make your final movement or else we're getting OT. 18 seconds on the board. Demo's coming out, Team Liquid throwing everything forward. The ball on the goal line slips in.
You can only turtle up so much. This is the problem. You run out of boost, you lose a defender. AJG has to cover too much space for one person. And see you later. On the counter attacks that have helped, but it just seems like they're a little bit hesitant to challenge Liquid at the midfield. And on defensive sides, Liquid haven't been pressured too much, so they're more than happy to work through these reads. As Complexity don't have enough, but finally, there we go. You need the physicality on the goal line to help out.
If you're getting pressed and you haven't played a lot of defense, you might not be used to what is happening in front of you. A demo from A and get yourself on match point.
AJG was tracking at the midfield, did a nice job of breaking up the play from Liquid. When he gets low, you're calling on Razebull and CRR to handle the load, and uh-oh, something went wrong.
Here we go. Team Liquid heating up. You can see the steam out of all three players. Oski to the ceiling, back to himself. AJG slow on the challenge. Couldn't even get a touch on it, but in that instance, the lighter the touch, the better the shot. You don't want to redirect it too hard, or it could be off its mark. And a good early initiative from Team Liquid. They were down the entire game up until the last 30 seconds, then come out through OT and punish.
It's always the kickoff.
Snipe in the top corner, and here's the space in the midfield over to Oski. Nice pass, but things, I don't know, there's space given to him. Like I said, we're waiting on when Team Liquid want to make use of it, and now they do.
The timing seems to be off for Complexity, but it is so on for Liquid from the side wall. Beautifully done. A soft catch from Stop that bleeding of 0-3 against North American teams this season. Do they break it here? Under 20 to play. Pressure into the corner. Razebull gets his call. CRR's downfield, has one to beat. The pass to Razebull. Finally, Complexity show up.
Last second heroics, and it's Razebull behind the ball. But it was a team play. CRR back down into the midfield, and the perfect...
They've been working for that play what feels like the entire series. And it comes down to the final 10.
Finally, they can break out again. 7 seconds. Razebull, double tap attempt, and now the follow-up not on target. CRR can't secure it. Complexity. It looked like they were out, but they knew they still had a shot, and they're fighting for it.
Take the chains off Razebull and let him...
From the very beginning, in the pre-show. But we're still glad to have you, and you can definitely expect some better Rocket League. Razebull, he might be behind it. But of course, Team Liquid a better 50. Another fake in the corner, and the fakes keep working for Complexity.
It looks like you're just stacking too much with such little resource. Let's take a look at it again one more time on the gun. 39 for a Chronic. You get a double commit. It's not the altitude you want.
CRR wants another pitch himself to a Chronic. And here comes the striker, Oski. A lot of power behind the ball, but he's too far away from the net. And there's so much time for Complexity to react. So much time for a double tap. Complexity, 3-0.
Oh, you can see it in their faces, just the dagger that is Razebull. When the series needs him most, he shows up. 10 seconds to play. Liquid, you gotta score and you gotta do it now.
It's gotta be right here as well. That clear, it's gotta solidify it, and it will. 3 seconds on the clock. No more goals for Team Liquid. And that's gonna do it. The ball, it doesn't even matter if it hits the ground. They've got security, they've got insurance, and Complexity will knock Team Liquid to the lower bracket.
And you can see their response on their face is just breathe in, breathe out.
Finally clear it, but that was a sketchy situation there for Optic.
Now down into the death of this first game, and Ninja in Pajamas knocking on the door. Bems to the side, AJ charges him down. Might be able to get the second. Such a good 1v1 player is AJ. He picks his spot and he sinks it.
AJ coming up big time for Optic, getting the block, and it was such a good block. It set him up for an immediate shot. Demo on Optic after they picked up that full boost, and if Reddles gets bumped there, it's GG, but Reddles, he knows the craft of the demo and the bump well enough, but there's gonna be the overtime winner, and you can see the hype from Astromic.
I could hear them not in my headphones. I could hear them in the arena coming through my headphones. Such is the volume. Back Ninja. Rettles tries to put it towards AJ. Is that one sneaking in? Not with Bems there. It's more stalwart defending from NIP. Taking their time, showing their composure, not rushing their cuts. Another infield pass.
Wow.
This one is sunk, and it's 1-1.
I mean, you wanted to see more creativity out of Optic, and we're seeing that. That was such a good pass from AJ Reddles with the shot perfectly.
Almost straight from the kickoff, the flip reset from Astromic. And now Bems, he should be able to get a touch here past Magic Bear and does. Can he get one last one? Not quite. More questions being asked of Optic in defense.
Oh, nice shot.
Top corner, what a strike.
And Ostromic is popping off. This man cannot be stopped right now. This one bar down. Magic Bear has to Optic because AJ just had 0 boost. If AJ has boost in that situation, could have been a genuine AJ solo play opportunity. And now we see a pre-jump from AJ! He's floating in the sky and then he rains it down.
You have to love that. He's already up. Here he goes. Where's the touch? Where's the touch? 2 meters, perfect. Goes into the bottom corner.
Not been comfortable on defense.
Yeah, sudden pressure now coming in from Ninjas in Pajamas. They've upped their pace, going more direct, pushing it above
Ooh,
the
I love
Optic
that
goal.
though. And this might pay off. We can see Reynolds.
Oh.
This was so smart from the very beginning for Reynolds. He leaves the ball. He just drives past it because he knows he won that space. Goes upfield
This
and
ball
gives
in their goal. AJ's reversing. Rettles is charging it down. Gets yet another clearance away. It's surely done and dusted. Optic Gaming are about to stand up and gentlemanly shake hands, I feel. The celebrations have been a bit different. Had Ninjas in Pajamas won that one, then a removal of the headset.
They give off the vibe that it's just another day.
Yep.
That's what it's been like. AJ,
and this pressure that Furia is putting on Moist has been really tough for Moist to be able to get out of their own half. Good thing for Furia is they have the mechanics, but they also have the awareness on the field to know that they're going to need a little bit more than that. There's the chip shot, and that's going to be the second goal from Yan in the same spot, top right corner.
Yan's got them both as Lost sets him up perfectly, brought the defense out. Nobody back to recover. Series over in IP. Winner here plays the winner there in our final match over on the B stream. As Juicy will kick one out. Joyo's there with Cash on his way back. Can Joyo get the first goal? He sure can!
Joyo rises up and shows a little bit of physicality on this one. Over Lost. Card knows what's coming next. Gets the ball through.
In overtime for Moist this spring. Looking to add another to his cap. Loose ball. Juicy there. Sailed it a little high, couldn't follow, but Joyo can, and Moist level the series.
And Juicy finally makes the splash there for Moist. Gets that one off the back wall, gets the bump, takes Lost out the play. Lost had the speed, but he didn't have the accuracy. So it'll go off to the side. Things not looking good here on the side of Moist unless Cash can get a bump. Got the bump! Woo. The shot came through as well, but it was blocked out by Lost. Follow from Juicy, bar down and in. We are tied up.
Give him the ball, it's his first RLCS land goal, and it just barely ekes across the line, far down here. Oh, here goes Joyo, got a lot of space to work with, but just could not direct that towards net quickly enough. Juicy lost control here, so Yan will come out of a pack. And got around Cash, got around everybody! It's like he just lulled them to sleep and then picked them apart.
Well, I mean, look at this. Free touch there, plays it one touch over Cash, has the second one before Joyo can get an opportunity from Furia that's going to go by the wayside. They're going to try to see if they can work again. Joyo was made awkward there, but Juicy, that extra challenge, not waiting for Furia to bring the ball to the goal line. They're getting up there early. Oh, shot there! Joyo!
How about the setup from Cash? Every touch critical. And he put the full mechanics on display to set up
Juicy had a
Joyo.
lane, but was not able to make the most out of it. Cash, though, trying to get things set here for Moist early as they're trying to get on the board. Furia have been in some close situations, and they've kind of gotten away with things here early on, but they're not stopping that shot! The cannon explodes! Moist up in front!
Oh, Cash has come alive here. Like a Porsche with forward progress. Here's Juicy. Looking to set up the dagger, but it's set off to the side again.
Even in that final 30 seconds, Juicy in the air. Might go off the ceiling, it doesn't matter! It's Joyo! Putting the dagger in! You see them getting loud on the side of Moist! They know they've got this one in their hands!
Sing it with me, everybody. Cash over, then Cash, and then Joyo. A full team effort as Moist, EU's number 5 seed, absolutely dominates the finale and survives and advances along the upper bracket.
Revenge is a dish best served Moist. 3-1 against Furia, and in that final game, it looked like nothing was stopping them from taking
The
that
team,
win.
Arsenal in the interview talking about the three-headed dragon.
Yes.
Just, it really epitomizes their gameplay.
Minute and a half, near enough elapsed, and that 1 goal, 7 seconds in will still be the boon, but Arsenal manages to snipe down the other end, tips over that final defender.
Yeah, they just found a bit of midfield space. LJ off the ceiling, and Arsenal's ready downfield. Itachi
Clear it
had
away,
to commit.
pinching it from the crossbar as well, not just a light tap. Waterfall straight back down into the 6-yard box. Now LJ finding Arsenal, intercepted by Batira. 1.5 minutes left. Arsenal tipping top corner.
You're joking, he slotted that top corner. His pre-jump found himself downfield. Vatira couldn't get the touch. Hoxha has just thrown a dime up, and he's used the flip. The teams can't break the deadlock. LJ 50'd out. SSG trying to find a way through this K-Cob, through this blue wall. There's Hoxha pushing forward, working it into the corner. Itachi's off, he's got no boots, he's been bumped, and LJ says, I'll take game number 1. It's Spacestation.
An aerial bump, the dogfight above that Karmine Corp net, and Hoxha is the beneficiary of it. Vatira manages to nearly save that one.
More midfield game, more midfield control from K-Cob. This is what we saw against Ground Zero, just stepping up the pace, playing for each other, but so far Spacestation have been able to respond. Oh, that's a great fake underneath from Vatira. Got 2 of them if you don't mind in defense, and found a way through.
Vati from the ceiling to the floor. Fakes out going for the reset, and he manages to space. Read that it might happen. It's with an awkward cross ball. 1-0, Karmine Corp. 1 minute remaining. Vatira, second shot, second goal.
Yeah, 1-0, make that 2-0. Right off the kickoff, pinches off the sidewall. And look at the delayed kickoff. I don't mind it. Into the pre-flip as well. That is level, we almost saw it, but K-Corp stepped up even further.
Just slicing that post. Weren't quite able to find the ball's way in. Vati finding Itachi central. 1 shot on. Manages to get it over the top of LJ. And 1 goal for Karmine Corp sets them closer to that semis.
What a pass from Vatira as well. Great shot from Itachi. Moving, as we said, into the semi-finals, into the upper semis. It's a pretty impressive start so far for this team. They almost dropped to Ground Zero, but as we said, since then, they have been looking flawless.
What?
It's Demo City, ladies and gentlemen. LJ gets the goal.
The Coliseum erupts into fire. LJ takes one, Hoxha takes the other. Batira seeks revenge, but a goal finds its way in regardless. Half that deficit. LJ is up, but gets bumped awkwardly by Itachi. Gets punted in the rear, isn't able to make anything from it. Vatira beats 1 to the ball, gets the reset from the ceiling, goes low, beats the man on the goal line. Fatty Goat is in town.
Beats Arsenal in the air, and then he fakes it underneath. Flip reset, Hoxha in shambles. And places the top. He's in big trouble, gets a huge save though. Needs to get down the other end. K-Corp, what can they do? Vatira, he's trying to call game. He's got a flip reset, puts it on. LJ's there, 2 seconds left. Is the ball going to hit the deck? You betcha. K-Corp 3-1.
Karmine Corp jump and they cheer and they celebrate a very well-earned victory over the North American #1 seed. And with that win, Team Liquid also confirmed their spot in the world's main event.
A lot of results, and especially after Extra was the player benched. Many people were maybe waiting to watch Seiko. Well, he would want to see that one again. Maybe the ball was just drifting away from him too much. Now Monkey Moon down the middle, and it's still got through.
Yeah, almost straight at 2 goalkeepers, but enough power on it that it got through both of them. Mawson did not get goal side in the back corner 50-50. Both Clears and Roas free jump. Stay away from danger. Flank the ball to safety. There's no nonsense from Rise. As soon as he has any idea that there's a challenge coming towards him, he moves the ball out of the way. Such a consistent land player. Now Mawson with a double tap. Monkey Moon misses. Mawson on target for the second goal. And that wasn't far off for Monkey Moon, but Mawson read the miss and buries the shot.
I mean, Monkey Moon just has to jump and hope, and he tries to cover his...
BDS break free from that pressure, but it's right back in there. And again, it's first challenge, getting outplayed almost every time as Rule 1 plays on the ball with all of their players. Oh, that's a chance for Seiko, and it's in! Against the run of play, BDS find a shot, and Seiko buries it top corner.
I can tell you right now, we are on the opposite side of the arena, and the pop-off from
all
BDS.
Power with the aerial shot. And then the demo as well. Seiko drops it down into the middle. Lawson's there. Rule 1 need a win in this game. BDS Such an experienced team, and Rise pushes in a second goal. It came off 2 Rule 1 players, but Rise will not be denied.
Rise is letting them know about it. An absolute fiend when he gets the chance. Oh, it's slowly crumbling. Wait, where are we now?
Oh,
we are actually in front of the goal. We're at the near post.
yeah, they're kind of covering a tight angle shot there, and that angle's going to become even more prominent. The longer time goes past, but here comes Rise. What? Seiko!
No one respects
you, filthy little man!
How dare you!
That is in fact disgusting. I do not believe what I've seen.
Everyone boos in the arena and shakes their fists.
Referee, get him off that pitch. That should not be allowed. Absolutely disgusting behavior. He sat still for 2 minutes. They deserve to lose this game, but they're somehow hanging on. Always all in Rule 1. Avoiding overextending here in such a long overtime. Now 7 minutes extra have been played. BDS faking multiple 50-50s. Rise looking for the backboard reach. Leads it for Seiko, and that is going to be the first sweep of the Spring Major. BDS send Rule 1 to the lower bracket and confirm a top 6 for themselves.
Took 12 minutes of Rocket League. 1 Rule 1, ironically, and also 1, well, but I don't want to talk about what I saw.
Pass 2. This is slowing down Optic tremendously. Cash plays it lightly. Magic Bear gets that through, but it's not enough. Juicy is there on the side wall. He just has to play the 50 and kill this on the ground, but the ball is still up for Optic Gaming. AJ! And 0 seconds ties things up!
Oh, what happened to Cash here on the back wall? Oh, he got spun around backwards and ran out of real estate.
Downfield, Moist doing a great job of keeping ball control. But for how long? All Optic need is an opportunity down in front. They know how to get past the Moist defense, but can they stop them when they're on offense? The cannon says no! Third goal for him! He gets a hat trick as Moist take game 1.
Yeah, after Magic Bear just blows right by this, there is nobody else.
Looking for a way through here.
Around and around we go with Joyo looking to add another, and he does with the tight angle, catching Optic napping and dancing right on by him.
Oh my goodness, look at this redirect.
Optic not able to take advantage, even that loose ball out in the wing. Finally, they clear the zone, and Optic, I'm sure, are going to be kicking themselves, but they have to get over it very quickly.
He's definitely looking sloppy for Optic. Reynolds still going for a demo. It works! The Bears got the second goal off the assist from Reynolds. He gets the demo to set things up.
How?
Close things
How
out.
in the... Seeing Optic playing a little more hesitant defensively. AJ very aggressively jumping in. Magic Bear for AJ. Reynolds thought about creeping up, and I think AJ expected he was. Oh, how did this fall right into Magic Bear's lap?
It seems like a miscommunication or a lapse of judgment. Something here. Because Joyo thinks Juicy has it. He's playing Juicy's touch, but Juicy doesn't
Reynolds,
connect.
he didn't get a lot behind that. Gave it away to Juicy. AJ and Joyo both up. Neither made contact. It's brought back in by Cash. Flip reset available, and it goes through and in!
Call the artillery, because the cannon, 1-2, just past them all, gets the flip, then gets the dunk, says, I got two in me.
AJ in the corner. Reynolds screened off the play by Juicy, but AJ strafing across keeps us going into a 6th minute of overtime, and that will do it! Cash finally breaks through on his 12th shot of the game to send Moist into the top 6.
If there's anyone who can hit a shot past the green wall, it's the cannon.
Yeah, if you give him 12
First one of that, AJG was waiting and he gets punished.
There's not a lot of boost to go around for Complexity as they're getting starved out. You'll notice the rotations out of everybody from Vitality is to a corner. They go up by themselves. Here's Radosin, fakes out 2 players, sets up Zen. 1-2 pass connection, and Complexity look to be out of form. That's a double commit right into the hands of Zen.
And Radosin's
given the opportunity. Radosin trying to get a bump on CRR, who will fortunately get a transition. And it's been back and forth. I'd say game 2, we got that first kickoff goal, but it's slowed down. Not one team has been dominant, but Complexity finally getting some opportunity.
If Vitality are going to push the ball to the ceiling on the blue half, then take it away on the other side. Keep that pressure moving. As you see it there,
plaguing Vitality.
which is not something we tend to say. For a team that is so mechanical as this, for so good through the space, placements have not been a problem. But today's a very different beast. Day one of the major is always different. RazeBull is just like that as well.
Come on.
The Bull at midfield sees red.
Oh, the sleight of hand. You don't know what he's going to do. He fakes challenges. It looks like he's going to go for an initial shot. He waits. He makes it look. They made their mark, left their stamp. Game 2 was all complexity. And now they've got to fight against the 36 seconds remaining. One more drive, maybe 2 at best, unless RazeBull makes it another one. 2-0. Vitality getting buried in game 3.
Fighting through the Fennec, fighting through the bumps, a bulldozer as CRR and RazeBull combine. And the power of friendship's a pretty good 20 to play. Complexity looking to get back up to midfield. Alpha, with no boost, still manages to make this one difficult. How tough can it be for Complexity? There's the pass. Oh, what a shot would have been. Follow-up from CRR. Of course it is. 11 seconds, 1 on the board. Make a wish, it comes true.
And think back, this wouldn't even have been possible, Spaceman, if AJG didn't get that goal line save.
Golden goal opportunity. Match
it.
point. Complexity. Can they do it?
We're 1 goal away for Complexity. Unless kick. Oh, that's it. That's it. I was going to say something stupid. I was going to go in, talk about Complexity, but it's a single kickoff that sends us into game 5.
Of course it is. It's always the kickoffs. That's been the staple as of late. Wonderful on the counterattacks. Both teams have had their fair share. CRR to RazeBull to CRR. It was beautiful. AJG off the post. Nobody's around. And it's a breakaway chance. Zen wide open. There it goes. Vitality. Do you believe it?
You missed your chances, your one opportunity. It's off the post, and all the way back down to the other side we go. Look at the pop-off from the players. Vitality, they were facing a lower bracket run. They were on the ropes. Complexity had them in match
Maybe
point.
EU drops down and takes both spots in the finals, folks. It's never been this EU heavy. At least, I don't know, maybe season 4 was the last time it felt this one-sided.
Yeah, but for the world region leaderboard spots, EU4 is in a great spot. We talked about that race to get to a top 8 spot. They haven't clinched yet. The only way they don't clinch is if OCE finishes top 4 or APAC makes a grand final. Like anything else, EU4 clinches top 8, which means G1 will go to the World Championship. So G1, very, very happy with their odds right now. But as we see, we did all the uppers today, and it was Europe at the end of the day with 4 teams up there. The only one to drop was K-Corp, which, I'm sorry, not K-Corp, but what European? Liquid dropped, yes, I'm sorry, because I told them that they would win the whole thing. So that was my fault. But lower round is going to be tomorrow. We're going to see all 8 of these matches. Wear your dark colors. It's a funeral. 8 teams going home. It's going to be brutal.
Yep, these are the 8 matches we will play tomorrow. All